What's going on, guys? Today I want to make a commentary to basically first of all use the remaining footage that I now have yet to use with Call of Duty Modern Warfare's multiplayer beta during the second weekend. I want to make this commentary just to use that, and also to talk about the upcoming time leading up to the release of Modern Warfare, and a little change of plan with the walkthrough of the campaign story, because I did plan to do it in November. And then I'm also going to talk about my thoughts regarding the multiplayer beta, given that I didn't mention it in my previous commentary and I never did make a commentary ever since that, so it's time I quickly do that. It won't be long, but it's gonna be a thing that I'll talk about as well. And then as the last thing, I guess I could also mention there will also be some quick spec ops info, I guess, in terms of when I'll upload that, and maybe some about COD Mobile, given that I don't know how many that actually read the video description when I uploaded that second video. So without further ado, let me start with the multiplayer beta thoughts first, given that that is the oldest one out of all this I want to talk about. So my thoughts regarding the multiplayer beta turned out to be a little more positive, at least compared to the first weekend. I enjoyed Ground War, and that was mainly the thing that I actually liked. So if it wasn't for Ground War, I doubt I would even look forward to the multiplayer at all, and that is because the Ground War mode actually has a close quarter combat feel from that map we got to play, in the middle section at least, and that is something I really like. And also camping wasn't as bad there compared to the other normal modes, in my opinion, when I played it with my matchmaking. And then you had no spawn delay, which is also another thing I really like. Even though you had to choose your spawn point, it wasn't like the normal modes where you had to get an overview of the map and then you could spawn in eventually after 3 seconds or something. That is something that I thought Ground War did well, and I don't know why Infinite War decided to add this spawn delay into things, but it is what it is. I still hope it will be changed, and the same thing goes with minimap. And then I hope the amount of weapons that you can choose from at launch, I hope that what they showcased at the beta won't be everything, but then again, who knows. I personally think it's a little too limited right now with the choices you have, and I had hoped for more, given that they also talked about all of these different attachments and such, but only time will tell. I still look forward to it, and I can't wait for updates in the future as well regarding weapons that will be added in. I have a wish list for a few, such as the Vector, the ACR, the F2000, and so many others as well. But that was basically my thoughts about the multiplayer beta, and I still mainly like the maps from Gunfight, but given that they are exclusive to Gunfight, I don't know how I will like the remaining maps with the normal modes. I doubt they will be any different, and if they will, then that's good. If they will bring back a lot of fan favorite maps as well, then that's great, because I personally just don't see any of these new maps becoming something that I would like so much. So that's the thoughts. Let's move on to the campaign stuff with Modern Warfare. So I want to start upload the campaign story earlier, which is going to be at launch instead, and not wait until November comes around. And the reason being is that I have been looking forward to this campaign story ever since it was revealed, but also in general I always look forward to Infinity War's Call of Duty titles with their story primarily. Infinite Warfare was the same case, Ghosts was the same case, so I can't wait for this one either. And because of that, I decided to just start uploading it at launch instead, since I'll play it there. Then I'll wait and see with spec ops, given that I know it's a continuation of the single player campaign story, but in a co-op mode, and I don't know when I'll play it and record it, given that I did plan to play it with Playguy and Jimmy Beast, but we'll see. Once I know, I will let you viewers know in another commentary and tell you viewers when I'll start the Spec Ops walkthrough someday, but I doubt it will be before Medal of Honor 2010's walkthrough in December, so I'll have to see there, but it will most likely not be right after the campaign story of Modern Warfare at least. That's what I mainly want to point out here. It's gonna take some time, maybe. And then there's the days leading up to Modern Warfare's release. I mean, there's only a week left after today. I gotta admit, I don't know what I'll do in terms of videos, to be honest, given that I slowly have gotten a little bored of Modern Warfare Remastered. I don't really feel that I have so much fun in it anymore. I don't know if it's because I know that Modern Warfare is coming out soon, but it's just not the same anymore right now to me. It's still something I can play, but the enjoyment isn't there for as long as I used to have it a few months ago or something like that. And that'll also mean that I'll never really reach my 20th prestige goal that I had set to begin with back then. It isn't really something I think it will be realistic right now, given that I just don't see myself play it so much. When I do have the time to play, I also always usually just feel like playing something else, such as Borderlands 3 right now, The Division 2. Anthem is something that I've considered going back into, and that is because I really enjoyed it back then, even though everyone hated it for the most part. But yeah, it is what it is. It has got a new update. I definitely do consider jumping in with that new Halloween update and such, just check out the game once more. And then I've also played Saints Row 4 here and there just to trophy grind. I'm really close to getting the platinum trophy, and I think I'm gonna try and get that before Modern Warfare releases, because I doubt I would play it much more after it's released. So it's been a lot of different other games that I've thought about playing instead. Outer Wilds is another one that I really thought about giving a chance, because I've seen a very positive reception of that game, and it did catch my attention when I saw it, and it's out now for PS4 as well, so I do consider that. Arise: A Simple Story, which is an indie game just like Outer Wilds, and basically that is a game that is coming out in December, early December I think. That's another game that has caught my eye that I may give a chance as well, because it does look interesting for some odd reason to me. PlayStation VR stuff, Blood and Truth is something that I think I'm gonna, before Modern Warfare releases, upload a video of with the demo, because it does have a demo that I really wanted to try but never could get the time to. Then there's also Black Ops 1. I may jump back to it one more time to try and get a video before Modern Warfare releases. Besides that, Call of Duty World War II is something that I've jumped into quickly on PC, because I got it for free. I don't know if I really want to call it free, but if you've subscribed to Humble Monthly, that is one of your titles that you get for November as an early thing, alongside with Crash and Spyro with the trilogy of the remasters or remakes. And I am subscribed to Humble Monthly, so I did get those games. And I did check out World War II quickly on PC, because I thought, well, why not? It has a Shipment 24/7 playlist there, and I fairly enjoyed it just for the Shipment playlist, that is. I have thought about also at some point maybe getting it for PS4, but the thing is, I also got reminded why I actually left the game again, because it had a lot of nerfs, and at this point, while it has a lot of different guns that I didn't know about back then, I got reminded that the time to kill was very slow now in that game, even when you play Shipment, where most weapons in theory should do their max damage numbers, because range is barely a thing that you gotta worry about there. There isn't really long range combat or anything like that, so I got reminded that the time to kill is pretty low, and that has pretty much turned me off. I don't think it's gonna be worth a reinvestment after having played it on PC and seen how it is nowadays, and also knowing that there's some random skins such as the Grim Reaper that has apparently been added into it. I didn't know, but nevertheless it was at least fun to give it another go, and I really wish that Modern Warfare Remastered could have gotten the same treatment with a Shipment 24/7 playlist, because if it did, I would most likely play Modern Warfare Remastered much more and still enjoy myself in that game. But yeah, it is what it is. I will still play it, but that leads me to another game, which is COD Mobile, that I've quickly uploaded. I really enjoyed that game actually. The controls didn't feel that complicated to learn. It took me some rounds to get used to it, because I don't really play FPS games on mobile in general. It is purely COD Mobile that has gotten me into it a little more. But at the same time, I've had some issues with my connection when I play matches in general. I lose it a lot, and I usually have to retry multiple times throughout a match, and it leads to a lot of cheap deaths for me that I feel is unfair, and because of it I just don't enjoy it as much as I would love to, and due to it I'm not gonna upload more. That was the last video that I did in the gameplay 2 for now, until the experience, for me at least, with my connection and all. I don't know if it's because of the host or whatever I connect to, but in general I just hope that at some point it will be better, and if so, if it does turn out to be better, I will surely make more videos with that game. But as of right now, gameplay 1 and 2 was the only videos that I'll do with mobile, so it's a shame, but it is what it is. And that leaves me with nothing else to really mention at this point. I think I've gotten through most of the things I really wanted to talk about. So a quick shout out to these 5 recent comments on screen right now. Channel links will be in the description as usual when I do commentaries here and there. And thank you so much for watching if you did stick around for this long. Enjoy the rest if you won't, because it would most likely be a very long video from what I remember. And yeah, hopefully I will see you guys on the next one.
Counter UAV active. We're holding Delta. Friendly chopper gunner on overwatch. We're holding Alpha. Friendly UAV overhead. We've lost B. UAV overhead.
Target down.
Allied cruise missile away. Hostiles are taking Charlie. Friendly UAV overhead. We're holding Bravo. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy cruise missile incoming. Take cover. We're in control. Enemy UAV overhead. Friendly UAV overhead.
Hostile down.
Friendly UAV overhead. Allied crew. Friendly UAV overhead.
Nice one.
Team deathmatch. We've got enemy inbound. Lock and load. Allied cruise missile away. We're halfway there. Keep fighting. Friendly UAV overhead.
Flash out.
Reloading. Friendly UAV overhead. Reloading. Reloading.
Changing mags.
Got a personal radar drone ready.
Requesting recon. Send flyover.
Friendly UAV overhead. We've got a UAV on station.
This is Jaguar 3-0. Solid copy. UAV beginning flyover. This is Jaguar 3-0. Personal radar is bingo fuel. Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Got a personal radar drone ready.
Jaguar 3-0 en route.
Fire.
We've got a UAV on station. Friendly UAV overhead.
All right. Mags.
This is Jaguar
Send that
3-0.
recon.
Solid copy. UAV beginning flight.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
This is Jaguar 3-0. Personal radar is bingo fuel. Recalling to base.
Keep fighting, we got this.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Got a personal
recon.
radar
Send
drone ready.
flyover.
Copy. Jaguar 3-0 en route for personal radar coverage.
Got a UAV on station.
Send
This is
flyover.
Jaguar 3-0.
Enemy UAV overhead. Stand down, lads. They've had enough for one day. Bravo. We captured Bravo.
Changing max.
Assist your direction.
Throwing smoke. Changing max. Setting a claymore. Reloading. Down. One down. Reloading.
We have a personal
Ready
radar
for
drone.
flyover. Send. Reloading.
Falcon 301 route for personal radar coverage.
Allied UAV overhead. Securing Alpha. We're holding Alpha. Losing Bravo. UAV is
Coming
ready for
actual.
flyover.
Request recon
Falcon
flyover.
3-0. Good copy. This is Falcon 3-0.
Hold all objectives.
Hostile down.
Need backup at Bravo.
Reloading.
Enemy personal radar overhead. Losing A.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning to resupply.
We lost A.
Target down. Reloading. Loading ammo.
You're needed at shout.
Fine.
Securing Alpha. We have a personal radar drone. Holding Alpha.
Reloading. Coming actual.
Copy.
Request recon
Falcon
flyover.
3-0.
Losing Bravo. UAV is ready for flight. Flash out.
Fine. Dropping ammo.
We're halfway there. Keep going.
Reloading.
That makes two. The advantage is ours.
This Falcon 3-0. Personal radar depleted.
Ready for flyover. Send
Falcon
recon.
3-0. Good copy. UAV beginning flyover.
Goddamn.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning to resupply.
Losing E. Losing Alpha. Allied cruise missile launched. Gunner ready. Domination. Capture and defend the objective. Assist your team at Charlie. Offload at Charlie, go. Got a personal radar drone ready for...
Copy. Jaguar 3-0 en route for personal radar coverage.
We've got a UAV on station, ready for flyout. Cruise missile, go for launch.
This is Jaguar 3-0. Personal Jaguar 3-0. Cruise missile away.
Securing Bravo.
Nice shot. Good kill.
This is Jaguar 3-0. Solid copy. UAV beginning flyover.
Bravo.
Reloading.
Bravo secure.
Hostile down.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Tanto dit is wel zijn beta. Maar ik heb het
You're needed at B.